I'm Robin, and I'm a dude that lost a bunch of weight, and I wanted to talk a little bit more about the whole backstory and why the hell we are here. First off, I'm not a doctor. Don't believe everything you see and read online. Do your own research and draw your own conclusions. And with those conclusions, go to your doctor and consult them about it and see if it's a good plan for you specifically. So a while ago I started an account on Reddit where I would talk a little bit more about my weight loss and my overall health journey. And someone made a post there that kind of clicked for me to explain my whole story. Basically made me respond to the other person's story with my story, and apparently people liked it and people started upvoting the post, and I was like, you know what, if I'm gonna talk about it on here, then it's probably best to just take that post here and read that and expand on that a little bit. So this was a response to the user Just Saying One, who made the post, "Skinny people eat less. It's why they're skinny. Why is this a revelation?" And I can put a link down there. You can read that post, because else this would, be a half-hour video, so that's probably not very smart. And I saw this person's post, and that kind of resonated with me, because it was quite the same as my story. Story time. I feel some emotions coming up after reading your story, and I feel like sharing. I've been overweight my whole life. The household was also, for the most part, obese, so we all had the same habits. And I was raised with the same ideas. It's genetics, it's apparently supposed to be this way. You can't really change it unless you try to kill yourself with crazy workouts or weird fad diets. And over the years my father developed type 2 diabetes. 2 years ago he got a heart attack, but he luckily survived. Simply put, I was done. It was never a huge issue at home, but it always seemed like trying to lose weight is something that's just impossible anyway, so why try? So I started to delve into how all of this health stuff actually worked, and not the stuff you see on TV or what people are talking about. I didn't want to know about the newest, trendiest diet. I just wanted to know the science, and I started to read everything I could find and understand about health and how a human being should feed itself. Education. Yeah, that was basically it. I just went back and said, well, in Reddit terms, explain like I'm 5. Like, how the hell does the body work? How does food work? Because if you ask someone, I want to lose weight, what do? You watch your food. Like, what do I watch? I can look at the food. Oh, there's food. I don't know, man. So can someone please explain this to me? And it was very hard to find any actual information on how I should go about doing this. I saw it in a way as everyone has some idea on how to lose 10 pounds, but how do you lose 100 pounds? No one knows. There are people that know, but I don't know. It's hard to find them. And eventually I found them all in the weightlifting community, because they're just working on their weight all the time. They're either bulking, cutting, or maintaining. I had no idea. From what I gathered, it's mostly calories in, calories out, and lifting when losing weight. So I just started doing that. So no complaining that it's oh so hard and oh so complicated, and disconnect my feelings from it. This was an important one, because a lot of times when you talk with people about weight loss, they immediately go into the defense like, oh, I'm not overweight or I'm not underweight. Yeah, but that's not really the point. If you're overweight, that's it. And I can complain about it. I'm like, oh no, but it's all right. It's not that bad. Yeah, it kind of was actually, because I saw firsthand what the consequences were long term. So, disconnect your feelings from it. I don't enjoy doing the dishes. I also don't enjoy health related stuff, but it needs to happen. Deal with it. Welcome to life. That was basically a big thing for me. Like, yeah, this just needs to happen. Like, whether I like it or not, I have to do this for my long-term health. So I will have to figure out how this works. How does food work, and how does the human body work, and how does it process food? And how do you keep it healthy in the long run? My family has been supportive, but especially my father started to have small arguments with me in the beginning by throwing the same excuses he always had at me. It being genetics, etc. I told him I don't believe that and asked him where he got that information from. Blank stare. Yeah, it's hard to find science on that. And this went on for the longest time, slowly helping him dismantle all these excuses that weren't rooted in actual science, but just being that. Excuses for not having to take your responsibility. Like, in the back of your mind, you always know, like, I kind of have to do something about my health, but I'm not really sure how to do that or where to start. So sometimes it's just easier to make up these ridiculous excuses. Like, oh, it's not too bad. I don't eat that much. You know what? If you're overweight, Tons of people are overweight. You know what? It's great. Since I disconnected my feelings from all of this, it's kind of happening on its own in the background now. I eat in a calorie deficit and adjust my food every now and then. I don't obsess over it, but I'm mindful at most times. Because weight loss is done in the kitchen and working out is not required for weight loss, I started doing it. Because I didn't have to feel bad if I didn't work out and completely let myself fall back. As long as I had this calories in, calories out stuff under control, I would be fine. That was a big thing for me because I didn't know how the hell does one work out in a healthy way that's sustainable on the long run. Because if you look at it at first glance, you're immediately going, oh, I have to run. Oh, I have to do cardio. Oh, I can't do that. Oh, that's weight. I get tired of doing that. And once you delve deeper into it, it's like, yeah, but cardio is good for you, but it's not necessary for weight loss. Like, oh, so I don't have to work out? You should work out. Is it needed for weight loss? Nope, it's done in the kitchen. Instead of me wanting to lose weight, I turned the logic behind it around. What if I would feed and train my body the way science recommends? How would my body respond? Instead of giving myself some sort of punishment, it was now excitement for self-discovery. What would my body actually do? And I was interested in that because I was thinking, okay, let's say science, this is what is recommended, this is how weight loss works, and this is how you should take care of your body. What would happen? Because I've always been in the mindset, like, it's no use, it's all too complicated, and I don't get it, and let me just live my life. But at a certain point, it kind of switched in my head, like, what if I would do it? Crazy idea, right? What if I would do things that are considered good for you? Like, I was a big dude. Can you change that? Turns out, it started losing weight. Not fast, but that wasn't the goal. Going into it with no expectations. I'm 110 pounds down in about 2 years. And I'm not on a diet, and I mostly do lifting. I started exercising in a way I genuinely like. Instead of running straight to the elliptical machines and thinking you need to do hours of cardio. Learning how my body works and responds to things. And that was also a big one for me. Actually being as mindful of my body as possible. So I got a heart rate monitor and just tracked everything and wanted to see, okay, so how does my body respond if I do a certain exercise? I just wanted to see what can I do, you know? Like, because a lot of times you think, okay, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that, I can't run, I can't, okay, you can't do that, what can you do? And is that something that's possibly good for you? My father saw what I was doing and was simply amazed. I was the living proof that all of his excuses and things he thought he knew about all of this were wrong. So he's on a similar path now and has lowered his insulin intake considerably because of it. And in hindsight, I'm appalled by the lack of real information. When you start to search on this topic, you only find people selling you fad diets, diarrhea tea, or nonsense science. You find blogs telling you it's all so hard and complicated. When I search for information on how to mow the lawn, that's what I want. I don't need to read about how complicated it all is. And almost impossible to mow it. Just tell me how to mow the damn lawn. I'm sorry for the wall of text, but a fella went through a similar kind of realization these past years. Stop lying to yourself and just do the damn work. Just adjust your food intake to something you like, can manage, and is reasonably healthy. And it's Reddit, so we had a too long didn't read. Turned my life around after seeing what being obese your whole life does to your body, and lost 110 pounds in the process. Also, mow your damn lawn. So that was important for me to find, okay, so how does one lose weight? As soon as you begin that conversation with a lot of people, okay, you eat less, calories in, calories out, okay, let's do that. And immediately everyone jumps in, yeah, but you're not eating healthy that way, and then you need to adjust this food and that food, you need to eat that thing, and this is better than this. And that's all true, in a way, but you have to learn it step by step. Weight loss is calories in, calories out. That is what it is. Seeing it that way, is that healthy? Well, not if you say, let's eat Twinkies all day till I get to my calorie maintenance. Let's eat McDonald's every day, all day, just to hit my maintenance. Every now and again, yeah, of course you can, but you probably shouldn't, because what you realize is that a lot of that stuff is calorie-dense food, so you kind of have a budget of your calories. So you're going about it like, oh, I can eat this food, but I can also eat 6 of that other kind of food and don't be hungry afterwards. So If you're smart about it, you just look at everything you eat and then you just look at it like, is this worth it for me? Because if I eat this, I cannot eat that anymore. So I'll be hungry until my next meal. And then you're gonna get smart about it, because then it'll be like, okay, so what if I have this kind of meal, whatever you eat, and just pick that high calorie thing out of it and put something else back? Because then you will make your own diet, which will be sustainable for you, because it's all stuff you like. Because that's the thing, everything I eat now is stuff I like, but I make it work within my calorie limits. And every now and then I change things out because, like I said, it's self-discovery. Oh, well, maybe I'll react differently on a different type of food. Let's switch that out for a week or whatever and see what happens. But first you have need to have a standard diet in place for yourself, for things you like to eat. And what I tell most people is just track it for a week. Just put everything in an app, and there are several ones. I use Lifesum. You also have Myfitnesspal, Lose It, and there are a couple other ones, but I'll put them down in the description. Just track it for a week, look at it, and just draw your own conclusions from that. Wait a minute, this day I overate considerably. Why? For me? Oh, I had 2 sandwiches with peanut butter. God, peanut butter is really high calorie. I didn't know about that. You can still eat it, but just less of it. Or better yet, in my case, I kind of threw it out. But when you have a whole thing in place, it isn't a huge problem if you overeat a day. Because every now and then, of course, I'll overeat. Or just, I don't know, we'll just have a pizza or whatever. But then it's easy. Back on it the next day. This day is kind of ruined. It is what it is. It can't be perfect every day. Back on it the next day. It's a set plan. We just start from the beginning and just keep doing that. I'll make a separate video how the calories in, calories out stuff works, or at least how I incorporated it. So that was kind of my story in short, and I thought this was the best, I don't know, like story I could make of it. But like I said, I already posted it on Reddit, so you know what, let's just take that here and just discuss that a little bit. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. I've created a little Reddit community called Lose It Reboot. You can find it at reddit.com/r/loseItreboot, where everyone can get together and share their own stories. And don't forget to subscribe a like.